All right, so we are going to start the training. November to remember, trot it like it's hot. Booking Blitz. So I like to come up with some funny names for things, but the first thing I wanted to talk about is our goals, right? So I posted this earlier on the team page this week, and I want us to think about how we can lead with impact this month. This month is a month for giving back. It's a month for being thankful, obviously. So think about this in terms of impact. So what amount of impact do you want to make for your family this month? And what impact do you want to make as a team? I personally think last year, this time last year in November, we did $40,000 in team sales, and that was the highest amount that we had done thus far, and still is. November is always the biggest sales month. So I'm declaring our team is larger. We have more people doing in-person tastings this month than ever. That we can do $5,000 in impact. Remember, that's 10% of the sales that we're giving back as a team. So jot it in the comments. What kind of impact do you want to make for your family? What do you want your PCV to be? How much income do you want to make? Because I know personally, a lot of people, really can make a difference in their family's income, and also just overall in a lot of different organizations out there. So jot that down, because this is the time. Okay. It's not a time to take a break in our business. It's a time to really book and sell, because people are buying wine anyway, even if they're not buying it from you. So we want to just make sure that we are capturing them for sure. Let me make sure nobody else is in the waiting room. I don't think so. Do you guys see, I have a question. Do you guys see the picture in my screen on the right-hand side of all your faces, or do you just see the Canva? Can someone just tell me?
I see your screen and I see you.
Okay, so you don't see everybody else. Okay, just making sure. I just wanted to make sure if I left it there that it wasn't blocking something. Okay, cool, thanks. All right, so bringing us to this incentive that's happening this month. So this is pretty cool that they did this. This is sell $300 in PCV by November 12th and earn your holiday wine. So this is pretty cool. So this is over $200 in free wine that you can earn by November 12th by selling 300 PCV. So 300 PCV, remember, you make 85% of what you sell. So that is about 360 in sales. Some of you are already there. I know Erica is there. Anne Marie is there so far. The last time I checked, I'm there. Here comes Raven. So it's definitely something that we can all do. And then what I would work on is doubling that, right? So try to earn double that by the end of the month. But this right here is the longevity cab. That's a reserve cab. So that is about a $60-some bottle of cab that you're going to get. The whole value is over $200. So there's some great wines in there. And this is really actually meant to be a holiday mix pack for your Thanksgiving table, right? Or for any holidays. So this is great because they really wanted to focus this incentive on making sure you can restock your holiday wine. Now, when you get this, it's going to automatically ship. And so the other part to this incentive is that if you receive a gold shimmer bottle in your box, you are going to actually get to spin the wheel. It's like a golden ticket. Kind of think of it as like Willy Wonka style One Hope incentive. So you're going to get this golden ticket, and you're going to get to spin the wheel, and Chris is actually going to get to spill the wheel with you. So that could be for all these different other prizes, which I'm not really sure what they are. Okay, so hopefully some of you will receive that golden shimmer. Sorry about my kids screaming in the background. Okay, this is the breakdown of everything that you can earn, and this is super exciting. So why earn your holiday 6-pack and beyond? For those of you who have team members who might be in Fast Start or just team members in general, you might want to take a screenshot of this because this really breaks it down. I tried to break it down into all the different things you can earn, not just the wine, but everything that comes along with it. So 300 PCV by November 12th, that's approximately 15 bottles. Or it's probably only actually like 2 6-packs, a little more than that. And remember, we always have that the half price 3-pack that you can add on to 6 bottles. Abby, do you think you can go in there? Okay. So with the 300 PCV by November 12th, you can earn $60 in commission. Okay. An exclusive holiday 6-pack. So that's over $200 value in wine. Okay. If you are hosting a qualified event, that's one qualified event. Okay. So I would say get to your 300 PCV by the 12th, put it on an in-person event. I think I'm going to try to go disappear and go somewhere else. I'm going to talk and walk. So if you can, think about getting to your 300 PCV by the 12th, and then put those orders on an event. So on an in-person event, remember that we actually get, a free event kit credit when we hit $500 on an in-person event. So this is something that you can add to an event that you have open and work toward scheduling an event for yourself. It doesn't have to be, it can be an event for yourself. It can be an event for somebody else. It can be anything. Anne Marie's coming back in the waiting room. Okay. So if we do a $500 event, that's 4 6-packs of wine. That's $85 commission, an exclusive holiday 6-pack, which is over $200 in value, a free 6-bottle event kit credit, which is $180 value because we earn a free event kit credit every single time we host an in-person event. So make sure that you're putting your orders under an in-person event, not the link that has your name on it. You're also going to get potential future bookings and team members potentially to grow your income and impact. And that's why I put that on there, because in-person events are really where it's at. It's where you're going to make the most connections. So if you're not doing those, that's really just like a lot of missed opportunity. If you're in your fast start, so this is something that if you are brand new with us or in your first 3 months, you can earn 18 bottles free with a $500 event when you earn your Rockstar 6-pack and a tasting kit credit too. So that's 18 bottles. That's an extra 6. All right. I put a picture there of me with 18 bottles of wine. So that's 3 tastings worth of wine. So if you have not earned your Rockstar 6-pack yet in your fast start, remember that's just a $500 event and you qualify for all of this on top of it. So keep that in mind. Do that for sure, because that's a lot of free wine. This was part of the training that they did the other night. So this is helpful tips. There's a reason this season to fundraise. So this is also another good one to screenshot. Groups to reach out to: neighborhood groups, homeowners associations, churches and synagogues, theaters and musical organizations, daycare and school PTAs, youth sports teams. You can do Friendsgiving, Thanksgiving, tailgates, office parties, mom's night out. All right. Think about these particular causes that are good to fundraise for. And did you update your Franks list? Okay. Because you're going to be able to reach out to those people. Here's some easy event titles for you. Another good one to screenshot. So if you know me, you know that I love themed events. So these are some things that I like to do this time of year. So you want to think about how can you infuse yourself into what's already happening out there. It's lots of times it's not that we have to create this whole additional event, but it could be, just adding on, yourself into somebody else's Friendsgiving and wine party. If people are gathering for a football game, quickly see if everybody can bring their best, app and do a touchdowns and tastings party and make sure they know that they're coming for a fundraiser as well. More the reason why you should sign up for our workshops that we're doing on how to host coach and how to send out invites. Okay. S'mores and sips. Go sit out in your driveway and by a fire and do some. I have some great recipes for different s'mores that pair. A sip and shop with a business, pie and wine pairing, dreaming of a wine Christmas, a jingle mingle. PMS, I just did this on Friday night. It's something I made up, but it's PJ's mystery tasting in small bites. You just put bags over the bottles, and then I actually chose the wine from the award-winning wine kit, but I still made them guess what they thought it would be. And then I've revealed it at the end. So Winter Wonderland, a cookie swap and sip. So there's a lot of reasons. There's a whole album on our team page, Hope Heals, on different party themes. So there's one for November, okay, for different holidays that are happening this month, random holidays. And then there's also, I have not posted December yet, but my most popular ones for December are Winter Wonderland and Jingle Mingle. They just like the funness of the name. And I'm not doing anything crazy at these tastings. I'm just naming it something fun. So I'm still following the tasting guide materials that came in your starter kit or your host kit. Okay. So what to do? So here's what we're doing when we're doing a booking blitz. And if you're on this call right now, you could be sending out messages as we're on the call. So when we get to the screens where I'm going to have you take a screenshot of messages, or maybe you started yesterday, please send messages. People are up watching football, maybe put their kids to bed, who knows? So what you want to do is update your why not list. You're going to update your Frank's list, which is your why not list. Friends, relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, kids connections, spouse connections, community, coworkers, clubs is the C that I like to add. So community members could be nonprofit people. You want to update your calendar, right? Identified. I wrote in the message for, or the post that I did about this training, you want to make sure that you make a list of like 2 to 3, 4 tops dates that you have to offer for each person. So when you're sending out a message, make sure that you're asking them, do weekends or weeknights work best for you? Here's my available dates. Which one works best? So you dictate to them what date is good, right? Don't just be an open book or an open calendar, because they will not book. They will go pull their friends. They will say, well, this person, they all can't come. And that's not the case. You can have as many wine tasting events as you want. So the idea here is that you're coaching your host to invite this Frank's C list, just like you created that for yourself. So you want people to invite all different people from different groups. And be specific, tell them what date works best. The best thing that you can do is offer your closest dates in the next 2 weeks first, and then open up your calendar for more dates. So for an incentive like this, I would be thinking, okay, who do I know? Or could I just host a last minute tasting, right? So like, I know there's so many of us that do our own tastings and just throw them together last minute. Know what you're going to say. The words to say are going to be in this booking blitz. Blitz in bits for next 48 hours. That's so important. You don't need to feel like you need a full hour or anything like that. To really do something like this. I do this in like 5-minute chunks. If I'm sitting here watching a show, if I'm feeding the baby, whatever it might be, I can send a quick text. As long as you have the words, you can send it in bits. And then the next one, sorry, I'm getting text messages. Post your turkeys with each booking. So you'll see the graphic that I created. I posted it on the team page already. It's a turkey, and I want to just build excitement over this. Last winter, we did a snowball booking blitz, and we did snowballs and snowflakes, and it was so cool to see the number of people that were booking events or welcoming team members or doing discovery calls, and it was all over the page. So this is the idea, is to really just get into the groove of doing in-person events and posting those. So if you have events for November, post some turkeys. If you have multiple events already, feel free, like you can make one post and list your dates and your theme, whatever the titles of them are, and then try to book some more, for November and December, and book those or post those. These are great. So I would highly recommend taking pictures or screenshots of any of these questions, because it just gets you into the verbiage where you can just have conversations. I think really the biggest thing that you can do is just start talking to people. You're not going to, people don't know what you sell unless you talk about it. People don't know why you do it unless you talk about it. So this one is about booking. All right. So here's some holiday conversation starters, all about booking. All right. Do you get together with friends for the holidays? What events are already on your calendar this holiday season? And this is where I'm talking about like infusing, like, oh, are you going to need wine? That's an easy place for you to insert yourself. Does your work do a client appreciation event for the holidays? All right. So you can do things at businesses. Those would be great for like realtor offices and things. Do you have any holiday parties at your work? All right. Because that's another reason why they might want you. Are there any nonprofits, schools, or teams you're fundraising for or love to give back to this time of year? So this is a great question that you could ask for any of, booking, selling, or sponsoring. And then referrals. Okay. So this is to get referrals from them. Do you have any friends or business owners who love hosting during the holidays? Okay. For selling, questions about selling. Do you enjoy drinking or serving wine over the holidays? What wine do you serve for the holidays? Do you exchange gifts with friends? I keep talking nonstop about those little minis. If you get yourself a case of minis, I've sold 2 cases of minis in my last week of tastings because I talk all about how you can take the minis and put them in the little, the wine glasses, the stemless wine glasses with a little bit of paper. You can even put like a little ornament around it or a ribbon. And that's a perfect gift for somebody that you just need a random gift for. Maybe they hopped over to your house and they bring you something and you don't, it always happens sometimes where someone gives you something and maybe you don't have anything. This would be a perfect thing to be like, oh, here, here's a little mini for you. What are your Thanksgiving holiday plans? Did you get your wine for Thanksgiving yet? That is a question we should all be asking now. Did you get your wine for Thanksgiving yet? Because everybody serves wine at Thanksgiving. Everybody brings like a host gift if you're going somewhere. So this is a perfect opportunity for people to stock up. And November 12th, that last date for this incentive, is supposedly the shipping date for this for this month. Sorry, I heard my daughter fall up there. Are you visiting friends or family for the holidays? Need a host gift? Are you part of a wine club? Who are you shopping for this year? Referrals. Do you know of anyone who gifts their employees or clients? Okay, so again, another hear my daughter up there screaming. Oh boy. Take a screenshot of this. And then sponsoring. Okay. Are you looking for a debt-free holiday? What would $500 extra a month do for you this holiday season? Are you looking to be part of a greater mission of giving back to your community this holiday season? Do you have any family goals you're looking to reach in the new year? What cause do you love to support? Referrals. Do you know of anyone who is looking for a side hustle this holiday season? So all these questions are great conversation starters. And every time you ask a question, continue with another question. You really want to build that conversation and that relationship, find out more about that person. That's huge, right? Ask for referrals is huge. I was at a tasting last week and I talked about it, and one of the guests at the party said, she can't do another business because she has one that prevents her from starting another business, but she knew somebody who she thought this would be great for. And the next day we hopped on a discovery call and they booked a tasting, and they're looking to have, this, her boyfriend actually join after the new year. So it's a great opportunity to get the word out. I know I can't tell you how many people, how many people don't want to charge, all of their holiday gifts, or have that big credit card bill at the end of the season, so this is a way to make some extra cash, and people are looking for a change in the new year. So that's why I put, do you have any family goals you're looking to reach in the new year? Like, just start asking, be curious, start asking questions to people. Here is a reach out verbiage for nonprofits. Okay, so nonprofits here. So we've got, if you know of any nonprofits, or maybe you could make a post on your page and say, I'm looking for my next nonprofit to support, and who has suggestions, who has a nonprofit they love, and see what you can come up with. So this could be, take a screenshot of this one too. Hi, Jen, I would love to partner with you to make an impact towards your nonprofit this holiday season. Or if it's not their nonprofit, it could be like your favorite nonprofit. Let's get together for a wine tasting fundraiser. You can earn a 10% donation to the nonprofit of your choice through the gifts and wine that your supporters are buying anyway. Okay. Businesses are huge with supporting nonprofits. So it could be even a business, people like realtors, or just, anybody, anyone in a business, car dealerships, whoever it might be. People support nonprofits, right? So, and then ask the question. I always put a question on anything. Do you prefer a weekday or a weeknight? Here is words to say just with general booking. So you could say something like, hi, Jen. Oops, I have too many windows open. There are so many reasons to celebrate with friends this holiday season. I would love to gather your friends for Friendsgiving and wine, or you could insert whatever you think they might like. Just 2 hours of fun, and your choice of the nonprofit will give a donation to. It's a great way for everyone to grab the gifts and holiday wine we all need. What do you think? Okay, if you have a free host kit, make sure to mention that. So those of you who have host kit credits when you close your $500 events, you could say that you have one, make sure that you tell them that. You could say, I have earned 6 bottles of wine for free and would love to gift the experience to you. So you really want to make this really exclusive. If you earn that host kit, don't just give it away to anybody. Make sure it's a host that really has a passion for the cause that they're raising money for, and is also going to partner with you to have a successful event. And then here's some objections. Okay, so if you get an objection, keep the conversation going. So you could say, I love giving back through my business, and I'm looking for friends to partner with to celebrate this holiday season. Who do you know who works closely with a nonprofit who has a passion for giving back that you can connect me with? Okay. You can also, if someone doesn't want to host, ask them, do you need any holiday wine or gifts? Because maybe that could convert to a wine club order. It can convert to maybe that 6-bottle order using the save 10 code. And it might not just be the right time, right? It is only 2 hours of your time. So make sure you tell people, who are questioning it. And even for yourselves, if you're sitting here with nothing on your calendar, do a tasting in the next 2 weeks. You have 2 hours. You definitely have 2 hours. So you can pull it together. So you can say something like, how about we put a date on the calendar for after the holidays for a wine tasting or Galentine's event. Okay, so you can still book into January. I think one of the biggest tips I can give you as far as November, December is don't wait until December to book January. When we get into this mode where all of a sudden December, I would say December like 15th hits, and then people kind of just like stop doing anything at the end of the month. If you wait, you won't have anything in January. So book now. That's why if you get those objections right now, say, well, like, how about we put a date on the calendar for after the holidays? It's a perfect time there's been a lot of people that might not have time to gather with all their friends over the holidays. So you can do like a post-holiday gathering. And lots of times, I know we do it with our friends. We will get together in January just because it's too busy to find a date in December to meet everybody's different schedules. So you'll find that people sometimes will do that too. So just ask. So here's your November calendar. This date right here, this Sunday, is Thanksgiving cutoff shipping date. So remember to only give 2 to 3 choices of dates. Okay, we're Sunday, it's a week away. I can tell you that we've had several team members who literally within I mean, a 2-day notice. Joan, on Anne Marie's team, she literally had a tasting within 2-day notice. I went to it, did it with her. And she had over $1,000 in sales and a couple bookings. So sometimes the last minute tastings are the best. Crystal on my team just had her launch tasting, her very first tasting, and she had $735 in sales, and she only gave about, I think, 3 or 4 days notice. So it can happen. Host kits, if you don't have one, if you don't have the host kit wine, it comes in like 2 to 3 days. It's very, very quick. I ordered some, I think 2 days ago, and it came, I had 3 boxes arrive today. So it was very quick. So definitely see what you can get on your calendar. This is, and I can get you guys this if you need it, but this is just a tracker for if you want to track, your reach outs. Personally, I thought it would be fun. You'll see the turkey coming up here on the next couple pages, but the turkey that I have a picture of has 6 feathers. So I was thinking, like, if I could think of it in terms of feathers, right? So if I could contact at least 6 people a day, and if I can contact more, I'm going to get better results. But think of it that way. If you can contact like 6 new people, the number of feathers on the turkey, um, at a time, that will get you start going there. And then the important thing is following up. So if you're going to track this, make sure that you even write it down on a notebook paper. Like I have just like a notebook. You can write it down, write down when you contacted them, write down when you followed up, and continue to ask those questions. Because lots of times what happens is people will read your messages. It'll be marked red, but they might be like in the middle of being with their kids, or they could be, asleep, or at work. So it's not always that they're not interested. It's just maybe that they just didn't catch your message. So here's a different way that you can track too. And this you can, basically by phone call, by email, in person. So the point being, you don't need to have a fancy sheet to track, but just track it. So this is what I came up with. So this is what we're going to post on the team page with your title and the date. So it's our little turkey. Back in my former business, I always did a turkey trot. So that's why I made it say I'm trotting it like it's hot. Just something fun. And then here's our call to action. So you want to declare your holiday impact goals. So I think I saw some of you wrote in the chat a little bit, did we? Some people, yeah, 500, 3,500, another 3,500. So that's awesome. So don't be afraid to declare your goals. They happen when they are written down and publicly declared, 42% more than those who don't do that. So don't be afraid to do that. If you want to schedule a, coaching call with me, I'm happy to go over that. Book 2 November in-person events and send invites. Okay. If you have not done the workshop that Chris and I have done, make sure that you sign up for that this week. I'm going to offer 2 times because now I'm doing them by myself. But I want you to really let me know though if you can't make those 2 times, because I always open up other times. So I will open up an additional time if those times don't work. Use your host coaching tools and Fast Start Guidebook words to say to collect event pre-orders, and follow up with customers to collect 300 PCV by the 12th to earn your free holiday 6-pack. When I'm done this, I'm going to just share with you the Fast Start Guidebook, because what I want you to see is that tool is good for every single one of you, whether you've been with us for 4 years or, 2 days or whatever it might be. The words in there are going to help you introduce the business. They're going to help you book. They're going to help you sell, and they're going to help you sponsor. So you can connect with me, find out when the Fast Start workshop, I'm going to start calling it the Book Sell Sponsor Workshop, because I've noticed that it's really beneficial for all team members, not just those in their Fast Start. And then post your Blitz results on our team page and a turkey booking with the date and name. Okay. So I'm going to show you how to get to this real quick. You guys are going to go to your dashboard. And I want to share this with you because some of you might not know that the training center and the index, they merged and they made the resource center. So the resource center is where everything is right now. So my favorite part of the resource center is this index of resources right here. Where you're going to find this is if I type in fast start. And I'm going to click on here where it says fast start guidebook. So if you are new and we have not met yet about Fast Start, you're definitely going to want to sign up for those workshops because there's so much good things in here. Okay, so this is where I'm talking about the words to say. So these words right here. So there's words on introducing One Hope, and you can just use one paragraph at a time. Words to say when you're booking a tasting. And then there's words on wine club. So how to sell wine club. And if they say no to wine club, how to sell the save with the save 10 for the 10% off of 6. And then words for sponsoring. Okay. So all of those things are perfect for sharing that. Okay. Does anybody have any questions at all or anything you want to share about reaching this incentive, or is anybody working on their booking, sending out messages as we
I just sent 7.
sent 7? Awesome. Yeah, so I hope that those words were helpful for you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and end the recording, but I would love to still chat.